Benny from We Eat Local is joining me today to make a beautiful dish showcasing carrots. I love carrots. They're so sweet when they're cooked. You can eat them raw. They're versatile. And look at the different varieties we have here. These ones we've just briefly cooked.
Yeah, so we've just cooked them in a little bit of water and then into ice water directly after that. That helps to lock in the colour and the flavour as well.
Did you know that carrots originally weren't this colour, but in fact they were multicolour?
I did hear that. Was it a Dutch king that decided that all carrots should now be orange?
Yes, I've heard that too.
I feel like now we should probably fact check that, but you know, now we're kind of coming back and we've got this resurgence of these sort of heirloom varieties.
Yeah.
Which is absolutely amazing.
Now we're going to be serving this with a gorgeous piece of loin. How can I help you to get started?
All right, so to tie it all together, we're going to do a carrot puree or carrot sauce. So I'll get you to just finely slice those on the mandolin there.
No need to peel?
I normally don't peel.
Yep.
There's a lot of nutrients in the skin, so keep it in there, I say. So it's going to be a lamb loin with a carrot salad and a burnt orange dressing. So to make that, all we need to do is get some freshly squeezed orange juice and just reduce it down until you get this kind of sweet, rich, dark syrup. Yeah, so generally it takes about 20 minutes to reduce it down until all the sugars have started to caramelise and create a really nice deep flavour. So actually while you're doing that, we're also going to add a little bit of onion to that carrot sauce. I'm just going to slice it nice and thinly.
Cut a few onions in your time?
Yes.
So Ben, tell me a little bit more about this really cool app that's live at the moment.
Yeah, so we've just launched this new project called We Eat Local, and essentially it's an app that highlights cafes and restaurants that are serving local food. And so as a customer, you get to find out where these amazing places are and then get rewarded for going there. So you can win things like free coffee, free beers, that sort of stuff.
I think that is such a great idea. As someone who loves to eat out, if I know that the restaurant is really going above and beyond and making an effort to source food locally, I want to eat it.
Absolutely.
Because I know it's going to taste better.
And I guess the challenge is that you don't really always know who those people are. So this is hopefully going to make it a little bit easier for people.
Great idea.
So what we've got here for our carrot puree is we're just going to sweat off some onions, make them nice and soft, drop in the carrots, cover it in stock, reduce it down until everything's nice and tender, blitz it up.
Sounds good. Okay, that orange juice has reduced so much. Look at that. It's like a thick syrup.
Yeah.
It's beautiful colour. It's going to go nicely with our carrots. Speaking of carrots, we've cooked our onions and carrots. They've softened up nicely.
Yep.
Do you want me to puree that now?
Yeah, so if you just want to take out the carrots, don't need all of that juice.
Okay.
And then you want to blitz it up until it's nice, smooth, viscous kind of texture.
Oh, yes. Yummo.
All right, while you do that, I'm going to cook off this here lamb backstrap. So what we want to do is just salt and pepper, give it a healthy season, and a little bit of the olive oil. And so with all of these sorts of cuts, the kind of leaner cuts, we want to get the pan roaring hot and cook it really quickly, probably about 3 minutes on each side.
All right, I'm going to blitz this.
All right, cool. So you can see that our hand is nice and hot. So you want to get our fillet there and just drop it in away from you like that. All right, so we're going to give this 2 to 3 minutes on each side. While that's cooking, we're going to prep these carrots. So these have, like I said, just been lightly blanched. We're just going to cut them into nice shapes like that. Put them into our bowl so that we can dress with the burnt orange dressing.
Beautiful.
Awesome. So what you want to do here, we're going to baste this with some melted butter. So you want to get that on a really nice high heat, getting a bit of caramelization. Then to add some extra flavour, you're going to chuck in a couple of cloves of garlic. Just give that a quick squash. Drop it in. Bam. Get some of this thyme. Chuck it in. Wicked. And now, moving that to one side. Going to get that beautiful burnt noisette. All right, so that's pretty much done. Now all we're going to do is take that out, put it onto this here tray, and let it rest for at least 5 to 6 minutes. My rule of thumb is that you should rest it for as long as you cook it. So that was sort of 3 to 4 minutes each side, same on the plate. All right, so let's assemble this beast. All right, so what we're going to do is we're going to start with the carrot puree. If you want to chop up those almonds for me, we're going to mix that through into the salad.
Absolutely.
All right, so first things first, let's get some of this beautiful smooth puree on the plate.
You happy with that, chef?
Looks amazing. Velvety and delicious. All right, so what we're going to do with this carrot, we've got our burnt orange dressing here. It's reduced down till it's nice and sticky.
Yeah, can I have a taste of that?
Absolutely. Get in there.
Nice.
So you've got the natural sweetness from the oranges,
Yep.
and then you've got that little bit of caramelization that's coming off those sugars.
It's definitely concentrated.
Yeah,
Beautiful.
for sure. So then you just literally
I love that.
pour a little bit over, give it a bit of a drizz. That is that. So when you're ready, you can chuck those almonds in there as well.
Okay.
I'm going to take this beautiful backstrap. So we've rested that for about 6 to 7 minutes. And then, if I've done my job right,
Dun, dun, dun. Moment of
should
truth.
be nice and pink and succulent. So exactly the same way, you can cook this more if you like your steaks, for example, a little bit more well done. But because it is a very lean cut, I always think that medium rare is the best.
You know what? I've just had a little picky boo. And that is absolutely cooked to perfection.
Gorgeous.
The way it should be when it's that lean, right?
Perfect, thank you. Love it. All right, so I've just transferred it onto a paper towel there to get rid of any excess. And then we're just going to pop that on like that. Spread that around like so. Now we'll get our beautiful carrot salad and just pop that on the side. All right, if you want to pick off a couple of pieces of chervil there and then garnish it up. And then we are looking...
And would you like that? Just over?
Yep, just straight on over top.
All right.
And look, I'm going to call that done. Just, there it is.
That looks absolutely gorgeous. You know, it's very autumnal, isn't it?
It is, absolutely.
With all those gorgeous colours.
Absolutely.
Look,
All right.
we've really showed off these carrots, so I want to dig in and try one, particularly with that vinaigrette.
And the verdict? Delicious. You've
That-
got the sweetness, you've got the acidity, you've got that kind of burnt caramel flavour coming through.
Benny, I love your style of cooking, and I love how you care so deeply about where our produce comes from. And you can really see it with the dishes that you choose. You can see there's so much thought that's gone into it.
Awesome. Thanks, Joss.
Pleasure.
Love it.